Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordyn. It's been a little while since my last video, so sorry about that. Even in my last video, I think it had been a while since my previous upload and I just attributed it to a busy summer. But we're gonna get right back into it today. I have actually 4 cardigans that I'm in the middle of that I'm very close to finishing. And so I thought I would throw them all into one vlog. I'm going to call this a frog or finish vlog, but I think all of them are going to be finished projects. So I won't actually be frogging anything. At least I think. I may have to frog something, but I'll get to that in a minute. But it's really just an excuse for me to throw all of these projects into a vlog, show you what I've been up to lately, and let me show you the projects that I will be finishing. So I have received a whole bunch of orders over the last 2-ish months that have been a combination of both fully custom orders and items that I've made before that I just needed to quickly make another version of and send out, which is a nice mix for me. I actually really like that variety. I like sometimes getting to be creative with custom orders and trying something new, but then also I sometimes like the sort of repetitive, monotonous replication of something that I've already made before. So it's been a nice balance, but I am finishing up 3 fully custom orders right now. So the first is for one of my friends, Julia. She wanted a cardigan that is orange, teal, brown, and white, with the orange and teal being the most prominent colors in the cardigan. So I picked up a whole bunch of, I love this yarn, acrylic yarn, and I ended up getting 2 skeins, each of the orange color and teal color. This orange is called Burnt Pumpkin and this teal is called Antique Teal. So 2 skeins of each of these because they are the most common colors or frequent colors in the cardigan. And then I picked up 1 skein of each of the 2 accent colors. So this brown is called Coffee. It's a nice deep neutral toned brown. And then this white, kind of off-white color called Ivory. And these colors just look so gorgeous together, so rich, and they really give me fall vibes. And I was really excited to get into the making of this cardigan because I had some options. Because she wants the orange and teal more prominent, I first did a little swatch and sent her a picture of this option, which is where I made each of the orange and teal stripes thicker than the white and brown and just rotated through those 4 colors. So that was option 1. And then option 2 that I sent her was basically separating the orange and teal stripes, making it so that those occurred twice as frequently, but more spread out. So thinner stripes of each of those colors, but more frequent. This is what that swatch looked like, and this is the option that she decided to go with. And this is how the cardigan is turning out. And I think it is so gorgeous. The colors, again, are just so rich, complement each other really nicely. I have so far completed 1 full sleeve and am almost done with my second sleeve. I have, I think, 3 more rows to go on this one. I have connected the top of the sleeve for this one, but have not done the cuff yet. I wanted to figure out my yarn situation before committing to a cuff color. But I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do 1 more little row of white to kind of cinch the sleeve up, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the cuff in the teal color because she told me of the orange and teal, she wants the teal to be even more prominent. So the most teal in all of the cardigan. So I think making the cuff teal is going to be perfect. And then I'm also thinking for the border around like the front and bottom of the cardigan, I'm gonna do 1 row of single crochets with the ivory and then 1 or 2 rows of single crochets with the teal. So that will also make that the most prominent color on the front and outside of the cardigan. So this is project number 1 to finish up. Super excited to get this one out to Julia. Then I have 2 projects that are both for the same customer. These are for Kendall. She is a repeat customer who I am so grateful for. I love making cardigans for Kendall. She has very fun ideas in her mind. And the 2 cardigans that I'm currently working on for her are variations of cardigans I've made for her in the past. And listen, as long as Kendall wants to pay me to make her cardigans, I will make whatever cardigans she wants me to make. So the first one that I need to finish up is a scrappy cardigan. I have already made one scrappy cardigan for Kendall in the past. This one unfortunately ended up a little bit too small for her, she said, and she ended up gifting it to her mom. So happy accident, I suppose, but she did go ahead and place an order for another one. I got her measurements and have figured out how to make it a little bit bigger, or where to make it a little bit bigger to fit her perfectly. And this is how the cardigan is looking so far. It's a little bit big to fit in frame, but this is how it's looking. I do have basically the entire cardigan done. This one I made by crocheting an entire rectangular back panel as well as 2 rectangular front panels, connecting those on the top of the shoulder, and then making some rectangle panels for each of the sleeves, and then connecting the side and bottom of the sleeve. So all I have left to do on this cardigan before it's completely finished up is, again, the cuffs and the front border. And I've been waiting on Kendall's input. I sent her some pictures of how the whole cardigan is looking and was waiting for her to tell me exactly what color she wanted the cuffs and border to be. And we are going to go with solid black, which I think is going to be the absolute perfect accent. So I'm going to cinch up the sleeves, do a black cuff, and then I am also going to use black for a ribbed border around the whole thing, which is going to tie it all together really nicely. And obviously once I get each of these finished up, I will take full length pictures in them and everything so you can get the full effect. But this is project number 2 to finish up. Then the other cardigan that I have for Kendall is another variation on the Luna cardigan, which I will have linked below. This is a pattern that I purchased in order to make these cardigans for Kendall. And what's fun about these is that Kendall has sent me anniversary cakes, Karen anniversary cakes, to use as the yarn for these cardigans. So I already made this version. I'm not sure off the top of my head which anniversary cake colorway this used, but we used the anniversary cakes and then solid black for the kind of grid lines to separate the squares of the cardigan, make it look a little bit more patchworky. So we're doing the exact same thing in another colorway this time. We are using this Karen anniversary cake along with this loops and threads Charisma acrylic yarn for the grid lines and ribbing and everything in the color Arctic, which is super pretty. And this is how this cardigan is turning out. Again, going to be hard to show because it's quite big, but lots of really beautiful squares in all kinds of colors separated by that Arctic color for the grid lines. I have the sleeves all finished up, so I do have that ribbing on the sleeves. And I had this cardigan nearly fully completed when I ran out of yarn when working on the final ribbing. So was waiting for that yarn to come in, have the last, hopefully last skein in my possession. So I just need to finish up the ribbing here on the bottom and around the front of the cardigan, and then this one will be finished up. So really, really excited to get both of these cardigans finished up for Kendall and shipped her way. And then beyond those 3 fully custom orders that I currently have in progress in the queue, I also desperately need to finish up one cardigan that I've been working on for my grandmother. I talked about this one in my last video 3 weeks ago and still have not finished it, mainly because my grandma is super understanding when it comes to prioritizing my orders that I get. It's also hot where I live right now, so it's not like she's really missing a warm cardigan, but I have just this solid color cardigan that I'm working on for her. I'm trying to find how the orientation is supposed to go. So far I have the back panel complete, the 2 front panels complete, and then I got started on a sleeve in my last video, but I have not made it any further than this. So ideally within this video I want to get this one finished up because I have just had it sitting in my whip pile for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I would love to get it done. Now I did mention that I may have something to frog, and that is because this cardigan that I'm making for my grandmother, I am using, I love this cotton yarn in the colorway Antique Cream. And other than the skein that's connected to the current work in progress, I only have 1 full skein left. And in the event that I need more yarn, I may have to frog one other project that I've been working on, which is this Japanese knot bag. I really wanted to try out this pattern just with some yarn that I had on hand, so I used this cotton yarn. And while I do think this is cute, I think it would be even cuter in a multicolored colorway. So if I end up needing to frog this for the yarn to go into the cardigan, I am okay with doing that because I do want to make more of these for my upcoming markets, but I definitely could do some more fun colorways than this one. So that's what I'll do if I have to do it. So, all right, I think I have my work cut out for me. I have no idea exactly how long this is going to take. So I will keep you posted. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on these projects. As I finish each one, I'll come in with some pictures and maybe video of the end products. I'll let you know how long they're they're taking me to finish up, if I remember. But either way, I'll be back with some progress updates to let you know how finishing up these projects is going, and then finally be able to free up some physical space and some mental space that's been feeling very cluttered from having all of these projects ongoing. So with that, I'm gonna get to work. Okay, back with an update. I'm crouching because I'm about to show you some full-length views of the cardigans because some time has passed. I have finished 2 cardigans completely that I showed you earlier. I am so close to finished with one more that I'll show you. Then I ended up sprinkling in another unplanned cardigan that I got an order for and have not made any progress on the 4th one that I mentioned. So let's show you the progress. So the very first one that I finished, oh, I was gonna tell you the time as well. I believe my first clip for this video was on July 27th. It is currently August 4th. So 1 week and 1 day later, this is the progress I have to show. So this is the first cardigan that I finished. This beautiful orange, teal, white, and brown. Let me try it on. The coziest, most rich fall vibes of a cardigan. I'm kind of obsessed with this. And I definitely think I want to do some more variations with like 2 dominant colors and then 2 a little bit more accenty colors within a cardigan. Though honestly, they all look pretty even and cohesive. Like the white definitely pops even though there are only 2 stripes of it. So that's really interesting. Let me try to step back to get you the full view. I probably should move my frame down slightly, but that is the front. Here's the back. Just obsessed. Cannot wait to get this packaged up and shipped off to my friend Julia. I think she is going to love it. All right, the next cardigan that I finished is the scrappy one that I was working on. So let me try that one on for you. Okay, here we have this one, much thicker feeling because all of this yarn is double stranded and just straight double crocheted. So not as many holes in the fabric and also, like I said, double stranded yarn, so extra thick. I have the regular kind of ribbing on the cuff, also double stranded with black, and then ribbing all around the collar and the bottom of the cardigan, which I do think looks amazing. It is much more time consuming and obviously more yarn consuming to do double stranded ribbing around an entire cardigan, but honestly it looks really, really good. So I'm also really happy with how this one turned out. I think the customer Kendall is going to love it. And this one is much longer than the previous scrappy cardigan that I made. And I really like the longer version of it. It's a lot, you know, just cozier, warmer. I'm really, really happy with how this one turned out. All right, then let me show you progress on the next one. So this is the one that I call the Luna cardigan, or that I follow the pattern of Luna cardigan to make. I deviate from the pattern a little bit based on the desires of the customer, but that is definitely where the credit for the pattern should go. This one is even more oversized. It is so baggy and comfortable and beautiful. Same thing here where I've got that ribbing going all around the collar and the bottom of the cardigan. I just think this one looks so good with like the patchwork plus the multicolor variation within the main yarn itself, and then the accent color just looks so good. And this is how much I have left of the ribbing to do before I ran out of this yarn color. I already used, I think, 3 skeins of this yarn. I thought that would be enough, but sadly not quite. So waiting on one more that will definitely be enough to finish up this last little bit of ribbing. And then this cardigan will be good to go and ready to go off to its owner. I also have not fully finished weaving in all of my ends and everything, but we are so close. You can definitely see the vision with this one. And then the one other cardigan I ended up making somewhat spontaneously because I got an order for it is this, I call it Spring Colors cardigan. I just have it listed on my Etsy. I made one as a custom order this March or April. She picked out all of the colors and then I listed that exact cardigan onto my Etsy and have sold, I think now 2 others, maybe 3, I can't exactly remember, of this exact design. So it's definitely a popular one. And I'm a little bit surprised that I sold one of these now here at the end of summer because again, to me, it screams spring. But hey, people like what they like. If they like these colors, I am so happy to crochet it for them. Maybe they're just getting ahead of their spring shopping, I don't know. But that's another one that I did complete within this last week. So now the only things that I have to finish for this video are the rest of this cardigan and then the one neutral cardigan I was talking about that is a gift for my grandma. I have some road tripping that I'll be doing soon, so hopefully I can bring this with and get it finished up on that trip. But regardless, however long it takes, I will come back once I finish that one. And obviously this one, honestly, this one, I don't think I will come back with a video update. I probably will just take pictures of the finished item and then get it shipped off. so that the customer can have this one and it goes along with the scrappy cardigan, so I want to send them at the same time. But I will include photos of the fully finished cardigan and then come back one more time to wrap this video up. All right, my friends, back with my final update. Some time has passed. I think my hair is a different color than it was the last time I spoke to you. And the final project that I had to finish was this cardigan, which I am wearing. It is finally complete. This is the one for my grandma. I'm so happy that I finally finished this and can finally give it to her. It is going to be a gift and we are still in summertime, so I don't think she's gonna be too upset about the weight. But regardless, I am happy to have it finished and be able to bring it over to her. I can step back and give you a look, but it probably will work better to just insert a picture of the finished item here. It's nice and simple, nothing too crazy as far as cardigans go, but I did make it with the kind of straight construction where I just made a full back panel, 2 full side panels, and then connected the arms last to make it the most customizable, because she really wanted a cardigan that she is able to like close around her body and have a little extra fabric here on the front and back and not as much width on the sleeves. So that is what I did for her. I think it turned out great. I'm gonna bring it to her. Hopefully she tries it on and it fits her great and she loves it. If not, I guess I'll have some modifying to do. But so happy to have this checked off the list. I did also have enough yarn to finish this cardigan, and I did not have to frog any of this bag, so I probably will see if I can finish this now with this little bit of leftover yarn, but that is another project for another day. And this, I believe, wraps up this video. It's been so long since I started this video, I can't even remember everything that I tackled, but hopefully it was enjoyable to watch. Hopefully it helped you with your productivity if you are frogging or finishing some of your projects. At the time I'm filming this, I am 2 days out from my first of my fall markets, so definitely keep an eye out for some very fun market content coming very soon. Got a market prep vlog, and then I will have a market vlog for each of the fall markets that I do. So more content is coming. I'm excited to be getting back into the swing of regular uploads. Let me know what you've been working on and what projects you've been finishing. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.